The big way to drink spiced rum is with Coke. I get it. Here in the UK, it is the #1 rum served. Some of you might get adventurous. You might try it with ginger ale, like a spiced and stormy, a dark and stormy, a mule, whatever you want to call it. But today, I want to give you some inspiration. I'm going to show you 3 simple ways to try spiced rum with ingredients that you should be able to get relatively easily. Now, look, this is my favorite way to drink any rum. It's a simple daiquiri, rum, lime and sugar. And I'm just going to show you this, but I'm going to actually demonstrate a better way for you guys to make a daiquiri, because I know, after all, a lot of you can't be faffed to shake a cocktail, but I really don't think you can beat a daiquiri, because it's just simply rum, lime and sugar, and you whack it in a shaker, you give it a quick shake, and you double strain it into your favorite martini or coupe or Nicanora glass, and I really don't think you can beat it. A daiquiri is incredible, but what if you don't want to shake a daiquiri? Is there another way to make it? But a simple answer is yes, and it's called a Caipirinha if you're going to make it with cachaça, but if you're going to make it with rum, it's called a Caipirissima. Yes, there is a little bit involved in this, but with the daiquiri, you need lime juice, you need sugar syrup. With the Caipirinha, you can just bring it down to bare basics: rum, an actual lime, and sugar. So you just take your lime, and we just want about 3/4 of it cubed up. So I'm going to half it, quarter it, get rid of 1/4, and then we're simply going to cube it there. So we've got sort of 3 wedges, if you like, cubed up, and we're going to chuck those straight in a glass. And the whole point with that extra wedge, once you make 3 of these, you've got enough lime wedges left over to make a 4th one. Now, look, I would never do this on a video. I would never do this in a bar. I would always use sugar syrup, 2 parts sugar, 1 part water, and just make sugar syrup up. But I know a lot of you can't be bothered, so we're just going to take a bar spoon or a teaspoon or whatever. I go a little bit extra, go 1.5 bar spoons, like 1.5 teaspoons of sugar just over the top of your lime. Now, yes, the next bit does involve a muddler. You know, you want something with a little bit of heavy duty there. But I'm guessing a lot of you might have rolling pins in your drawer, your kitchen drawers at home. Just something with a good, you know, you could even, if they're decent enough, if you've got a decent bar spoon with a solid disc on the end, you could potentially use that. But you just want to muddle and get all that juice out of the lime, all that flavour out of the zest, but that's going to kind of like dissolve the sugar. That's kind of what you want. So couple of seconds, like 10-15 seconds, we're just going to muddle that down. You see that? All that sugar's dissolving now. And look, yes, if you do want it a little bit sweeter, add a touch more sugar. It's as simple as that. Now, look, I'm lucky. I've always got crushed ice here. But will normal, like small cubes of ice work? Yes, of course they would. I do prefer crushed ice in a Caipirinha or Caipirissima, but look, it doesn't really matter. Just sort of 3/4 fill your glass up with the smallest ice you can get. Then we're going to add your preferred measure of rum. Look, if you have done 3/4 of a lime and that much sugar, it's got to be at least 45 ml. A lot of you better go a lot more, like 60 ml. But no, don't do 30 ml with that much lime, because the lime is going to drown it. Just chuck that over the top. Now look, if you have got a shaker, the really easy way to do this, if you've used a toughened glass where the shaker fits inside, you can actually shake it like that and combine all those ingredients. All right, so you can do that. But if you haven't got a shaker, all right, I've already done it, but you can just take a little spoon and just give it a quick churn up. Then we're just going to simply top that up with a bit more ice. Now, does that taste any different to a daiquiri? Only in the fact that this is in a Nicanora glass, and you can just smash them. You can just stop, just drink them really, really easily. But it's light, clean, crisp, bright. Love that in a daiquiri. Caipirinha, it's exactly the same. You've got the same level of sugar, same level of sweetness, same level of citrus, and you've got your lime. It's probably the easier way to make a daiquiri at home. There's no right or wrong. They both taste fantastic. Now, the second way to drink spiced rum, this is going to be a riff on the Hurricane cocktail, one of my favourite cocktails. Now, look, I do believe that this benefits from shaking. You can, by all means, make this straight in a glass and just give it a quick sort of zhuzh up with a bar spoon or a spoon or a fork if you're at home or whatever you've got. But I do believe this is a little bit better with shaking, but it's really easy. Again, 3, maybe a 4th ingredient that you can get from your local supermarkets as well, but super easy to make. So on your cocktail shaker, your chosen measure of rum, 45 ml, 60 ml, whatever you prefer to use. Look, I just use mixing glasses, so I get lots of comments, lots of feedback that people want to see inside the shaker. So instead of pouring it straight into a shaker, I pour it into a mixing glass just so you can see the colours of the drinks, because that's what you want, apparently. Now look, traditionally in a hurricane is passion fruit puree. The commercial version blends orange juice and pineapple juice. I like to actually, just for purees, combine them both together. Look, this is, I think you see that on the close-up, this is just tropical juice. Every supermarket here in the UK has their own version of tropical juice. It depends how boozy you want it. You know, I think mass market levels, I'm going to do double the amount to what I did rum. So bearing in mind I did 45 ml of rum, I'm going to do 90 ml of tropical juice. Now, do you want lime juice? I would say it depends on your tropical juice. I would say that Waitrose juice that I was going to use, the mango, passion fruit and orange, probably would have benefited from a touch of lime. But this has actually got a tiny bit of citrus in it. So therefore, I think it's slightly less, or slightly less gloopy. So I'm not actually going to bother with lime juice here. But if you want to add a couple of squeezes of lime, go for it. And then we're going for the final ingredient, which is grenadine. And I know most supermarkets here in the UK sell grenadine, whether it probably won't be a big bottle, like a 70 cl bottle. It might be a tiny little bottle, but grenadine's really easy to get. Grenadine is traditionally pomegranate. A lot more of the commercial grenadines that you get out there are actually like raspberry juice and that, just purely for ease. This is pomegranate. Another brand I work with is pomegranate. Another brand, Bristol, they've actually got 2 different types of grenadine. They've got an out and out pomegranate, and they've got a disco grenadine, which is pomegranate and raspberry. Does it really matter? No, for these style of cocktails, but just know pomegranate should be grenadine. It is a sweetener, it is a sugar syrup, so it's going to make your drinks slightly sweeter. So again, up to you. For this, I'm going for about 10 ml. Now, after you've given it a good old shake, I think you do need to shake it. But bars would traditionally put fresh ice in there. You know, they don't want the melted ice. It's premium, so they're trying to give you the best value for money. So they're going to put fresh ice in there. But if you're at home, open gated pour. In my world, this is a shake and dump. Just chuck it straight in your glass. That's fun. That's tropical. That's fruity. It's inoffensive. It's not overly sweet. The rum doesn't go missing. It's an easy hurricane. We are lucky here in the UK. We've got all these fantastic ingredients. You don't necessarily have to buy purees and stuff like that for. It's juice. You know, tropical juice. Always been one of my favourites. Just works so well. Love that. Then for your third easy recipe, I think we're in a world now where this is acceptable. A few years ago, before palates had evolved, this probably would have been, oh no, I'm not drinking that. But I think now a lot of people will actually appreciate this. This is a jungle bird. And the reason I'm saying that is because this has got a small amount of like a Campari in it. And I know that's going to turn a lot of people off, but please don't let it. Stick with me. And also don't be put off by the name as well, because this is really easy to make as well. Your chosen amount of rum. Again, I'm going 45 ml, but if you want to go 60 ml, go for it. Now, purely for this, pay zero attention to the brand. This is a bitter. This is my version of Campari. You've got Campari, which I would recommend that you would go to, but you could also use Aperol. And I know a lot of households have Aperol these days. Aperol will probably be the easy entry to this. Just trust me, that little bit of bitter with the bit of fruitiness just works so well. Now, I think a good amount for this cocktail is about 15 to 20 ml. Now, the third ingredient is pineapple juice. But look, if you want to use that, if you want to double up, it's effectively a little riff on what we've just made, the hurricane. So if you want to double up with the tropical juice, do it. You know, there's no right or wrong here. But traditionally, the recipe is pineapple juice My only rule for pineapple juice is try to get 100% pressed and squeezed pineapple juice. Don't go to stuff from concentrate. The better the pineapple juice, the better the cocktail's going to taste. All right. So for this, we want about 60 ml. Now look, we were trying to make this faff free, and I think it is. But I think when you are making drinks at home, like this is sour mix, lemon juice and sugar combined, or lime juice and sugar combined is sour mix. Sour mix amplifies most cocktails. You know, lime, citrus and sugar is in most cocktails because it just elevates the flavors. The balance is completely up to you. For this cocktail, because we've got a bitter, I'm going equal. So I'm actually going 15 ml of both, 15 ml of lime juice and 15 ml of sugar. But if you want to do slightly more of each, like, so if you want to go more lime juice than sugar, go for it. If you want to do more sugar than lime juice, go for it. Again, we're not the cocktail police. We're not going to tell you off. Balance it to your own personal ratios. I have a mass market head on, and I'm pretty confident every drink I make, I could put in a mass market scenario and people love it. Other bartenders in high-end establishments might balance slightly differently. They might go heavier citrus and less sugar, but I'm pretty confident in my ability to go mass market. And yes, I know in the previous cocktail I said you could just throw it in the glass, and you can do. I just know that the more I've got in here, slightly bigger than the glass that I've got, so I'm just simply fresh ice and just strain it over the top. That is gorgeous. Trust me, honestly, trust me. The bitter with the pineapple juice and the rum just works so well. If you are wary, start off with like an Aperol, something not quite as bitter, but you know, and then work up to a Campari. I think Campari is going to be the better thing for you, but this is just absolutely fantastic. So there we go. There's your 3 low maintenance ways to drink spiced rum other than a spiced rum and Coke or a ginger beer. If you've got any other alternative suggestions that you can easily make at home, let me know in the comments below. If not, I'm going to just smash on with my daiquiri. Cheers.